Working on the sequence was really exciting. All season long, we internally just push ourselves harder and harder and harder to make sure that what we were putting out on the screen was just amazing.
You knew it was Game of Thrones. You know, you're working on the second to last episode of the season, which is the biggest episode. It has the most interesting effects, and you know, you put in extra hours sometimes. You put in all you have really on a show like this.
I think when you're working on something like Game of Thrones, it's a plus and a negative. And the plus side of it is, this is Game of Thrones. It's really, really big and great, and everybody's going to see it. The negative side is, this is Game of Thrones. It's really big, and everybody's going to see it. So there's a worry that you won't meet the expectation, that you're somehow going to disappoint the audience. The good part about that is that you're so driven not to. I think that once you overcome that fear, it becomes really, really easy to do the best quality work that you can possibly do. And fortunately, we have a bunch of gifted people that allow us to make something that is worthy of the series that it's in. And I think we were successful in that, right?
I didn't realize the impact it would have until after the scene aired. I immediately went on Twitter and I searched #Drogon, and it blew my mind to see how people reacted to it. Probably more than any project I've ever worked on, any Oscar-winning project I've worked on, people were just like, I can't believe you worked on this, it was incredible, you did that?
I think that the experience was great in the fact that we got to do something that was amazing, and with a group of people that loved the material enough to put in the extra effort to make it even better than anybody's expectations were. It was great to work in a collaborative environment with Joe, because not only was he demanding and exacting about what he wanted, he was able to communicate it and was also very collaborative about finding new paths through things.
So Joe's a great visual effects supervisor to work with. He knows what he wants, and he's willing to kind of push to get there.
He loved coming down here to visit us, and we loved hanging out with him.
I went to dailies with him a couple times, and I kind of got a bead on him. I realized that our initial tests were such a success that he trusted us a lot with what we were going to do with the creatures. He would give us he would delineate the actions of a scene, and then we would expand on it.
You know, it's a lot of collaboration. They come in to the sequence with certain expectations of how they want the creature to move and how they want it all to go. We're able to bring some additional things to the table in terms of ideas, and we just work it out over time.
So I think the thing that's cool about this sequence is that no one really understands how much work went into it. You know, there's a lot of things where people see, oh, there's a dragon, that's it. Well, no, that's not it.
It's not just about the big dragon flapping around. Obviously, he's a key character and it's a big part of what's going on. But I think it's paying attention to all the details and being able to find out what is the important thing on a scene-by-scene basis and put your effort there.
It was more about the really small, intricate details that, you know, maybe at the end of the day the normal viewer didn't notice, but it was something that we took upon ourselves as a crew and as a team, that we were going to go to that level.
The type and complexity of work that was in the shots that we had to do meant there was a lot of different things going on. We had extremely complex animation, we had difficult set extension, we had crowds, we had effects elements, and on top of that we had some very, very challenging compositing problems.
You can't just have a big dragon breathing fire everywhere and then you look down at his feet and they're just kind of there. So there's dust interaction, there's smoke interaction, there's fire interaction. There just wasn't in the plate, but we knew that that interaction and integration had to take place.
And there were just massive things overcome by the sheer force of a team working together. I think RNH is a great place to come to for something that is very character-driven like that, because there's a lot of sensitivity to personality and physicality of the characters. At the same time, there's no compromise on the lighting side, on the effects side, on the integration and compositing side. Everything went together at a level, I think, that had a great respect for the material. We knew that we had to do something that was as big and epic as the series itself, and I think that the team did an amazing job of living up to that.